Hey there guys, I hope you're having a great day. It's me, Cypher here, back with another SHADOWGUN WARGAMES video, and today we have a very different topic to talk about today, and it is about who is the superior tank. And I wanted to make this video for a while, I think. Yes. And today I have finally decided to do it. So without any more delay, let us begin. So with the introduction of Season 3, we got a new tank, which is Big Red, which comes after Revenant, which is our first tank of the game. And both of these heroes have went under a ton of balancing and changes. And well, both of these tanks provide a good experience for a tank main. And today we will do a step-by-step comparison of these two tanks. So first, let us start with the health. So Revenant stands out with a massive 300 health, whereas Big Red stands out with 240 health, which is less compared to Revenant. So in health, Revenant takes the lead, as both being tank. The Revenant can absorb 60% more damage because he has 60% more health than Big Red. So yes, so Revenant wins the health round, I think you can say that. So now the damage. Well, Revenant carries a LMG, or a lightweight machine gun, which has a 90 rounds magazine, which deals a fairly decent damage and a good fire rate and a decent hipfire accuracy for a LMG. And Big Red carries a grenade launcher, which has a 6 rounds or 6 shells magazine, which deals a fairly decent damage as well, with a decent fire rate and a decent hipfire accuracy as well for a grenade launcher. But here's the thing, Revenant can deal a good continuous damage while absorbing a huge damage. Remember the 60% more damage absorption, more health part, yes. And compared to Big Red, now if we do like a 1 versus 1 gunfight between two of these tanks, without them using any abilities, Revenant takes the lead here in terms of continuous damage, because Revenant has a direct hit based weapon and Big Red has a trajectory arc based weapon, which means all of his shots are not guaranteed compared to Revenant, as even on hipfire, every possible shot of Revenant is guaranteed because it is a direct hit weapon. Now I'm talking about their weapon damage only, because I'm not including any abilities. Why? Because this is a weapon damage part specifically and not the ability one. So in damage, Revenant takes the lead. And yes, this also stands out for accuracy as well. Like, yes, you can make this comparison for both damage and accuracy, because even in this damage part, this also includes the accuracy. So yes, now the abilities. Well, let us take a look at Revenant's abilities. He carries 2 abilities, the first being a Sun Roar, which immobilizes or makes the opponent unable to move or perform any activity for 2 seconds, and his second ability, which is a Stone Skin, which makes you immortal to any form of damage for I think 3 or 4 seconds. I'm not really sure. I think it is less than 4 seconds for sure. and also reduces your movement speed while the stone skin is active, which I would say if you use these two abilities properly, you can get a good combination of defense and offense. And now about Big Red, he carries two abilities as well. The first being a ground pound, which is basically while upon the activation, he jumps in the air and smashes a massive hard punch to the ground, which makes the enemy fall down and makes them unable to perform any activity for 1.5 ish seconds. And if the enemy is on very low health, that ground pound ability will kill them in an instant. And his second ability, which is a turret, and upon the activation he drops a turret on the ground which automatically targets the opponent and starts shooting them, which deals a very good damage for a turret. But I think it needs to be nerfed as of current, as of the current state of it, as his turret has nearly 10 or 25 health. So I still think Revenant takes the lead, as in a 1 versus 1 or a 1 versus 2. Revenant has a very good, or like a 60 or 80% chance to win that gunfight, and I do not see that with Big Red because he does not have any abilities which can make him immortal, which can like back him up in the fight. So you know what I mean by that. Yes. So now even in this part, which is abilities, Revenant still takes the lead. So now let us talk about TTK, which is time to kill. And now as I mentioned in the second part of weapons or damage comparison part, now if we look or calculate in terms of TTK, Revenant has a fairly great amount of TTK, as from my experience, if Revenant can deal a very good continuous damage, as I've tested TTK on a specific hero or heroes like Willow and Jet, Revenant has a good killing speed, as his projectile or bullets does not curve in the air, unlike Big Red's grenade launcher, and every shot of his grenade launcher shells does not have a guaranteed hit. Now if we talk about 6 shells in the magazine, whereas from 90 bullets of Revenant's LMG can hit 70% of bullets from its entire magazine. Now if we talk about far range, as he even adds far ranges, Revenant has a better TTK with both of his weapons compared to Big Red. Big Red's both weapons, as from what I know from only Big Red's primary weapon, specifically with the Big Red's primary weapon specifically, Revenant's primary weapon has a TTK of 3.1 seconds if the opponent has 100 health, and Big Red primary weapon TTK is over 4 seconds, considering there is a time that it takes the grenade shell to travel and the delay between each shot upon the range as well, whereas the range is not really a big issue with the Revenant's primary weapon, so Revenant still takes the lead. So now the final results: health, Revenant takes the lead; damage and accuracy, Revenant also takes the lead; and TTK, Revenant still takes the lead. And with all of this, I think Revenant is still a pretty good tank, and probably the best tank until a new tank comes, which will be, I think, a good competition for this guy. So yes, so there you guys have it. This was an in-depth comparison video by me and my take on this as well. Let me know, guys, what do you think about this in the comment section. I wish you guys a pleasant day. Stay safe. See ya.